Both are similar when it comes to the subject matter and emphasizing the warrior task and battle drills.
3, 2, 1, flip!
In both OCS and ROTC, you're going to do a 12-mile ruck, land navigation, and ACFT, obstacle courses, basic familiarizations. You're going to learn a lot about military history. You're going to have volunteer opportunities, and you're going to be evaluated in sticks lanes or situational exercises. And it all culminates in one big field training exercise. Hey leaders, thank you so much for clicking on this video. OCS versus green to gold. Let's get right into it. But first, I want to shout out Tim for this awesome video recommendation. Tim asked, can you make or do you have a quick summary or chart between green to gold and OCS? All right, so this video is not designed to be an exhaustive list between OCS and green to gold. There's so many differences. So what I've done is I've provided some useful resources down in the description below. So as always, do some research and homework for yourself, so you're not just believing any and everything out there. But in this video, I am going to reference goarmy.com as well as the green to gold active duty option information booklet. I'm not going to get into the weeds of state OCS requirements or any of the green to gold scholarship options. Instead, this video is geared towards current service members contemplating whether they should put in an OCS packet or a 2-year green to gold packet. OCS is open to both civilians and uniformed service members, whereas green to gold is open to uniformed service members exclusively. In OCS, you have to have at least a bachelor's degree, whereas in green to gold, you can be working towards your degree, either your first bachelor's degree or a master's degree.
I'm green to gold, and I chose this location mainly because I know that Liberty University has a really good grad school program, and they have a really good ROTC program, so it all kind of just lined up.
In OCS, you're going to commission as a second lieutenant after you complete a 12-week training in Fort Moore, Georgia.
Second Lieutenant Jonathan Burt.
The course in itself was challenging, but with the help of my peers and the cadre, it made it a lot better. So this is a monumental milestone in my life, and I'm extremely happy to be here.
And I also want to make this note as well. If you are a civilian and you're going through OCS and you're choosing that route, you also have to complete 10 weeks of basic combat training or equivalent military basic skills course prior to OCS. All right, so let me kind of break this down and peel this back a little bit. So while you're in college, you're also an ROTC cadet, meaning by the time you graduate, you will have a minor in military science.
I've been in for 13 years, and ROTC has helped me overcome a lot of obstacles as a leader. I've had opportunities to lead in different environments, but nothing compares to the peers that you meet here at ROTC and how you interact with them and communicate.
So what is college going to look like for you if you choose the green to gold route? What it's going to look like is you're going to go to your regular classes. In addition to your regular classes, you're going to have ROTC classes. And some days you will wear the uniform. Some days you will do PT. Some days you will go out and conduct what's called labs. And you will have FTXs. ROTC is 2 to 4 years. And I say 2 to 4 years because depending on the green to gold option that you choose is going to determine the length of time that you're in college and in ROTC. I personally did the green to gold active duty option, which allowed me to earn my degree and commission in 2 years while retaining my military benefits to include BAH. I get a lot of questions about BAH. Do you get to retain that? In green to gold, yes, you retain all of your military benefits. You are still on active duty.
Really, it's the same type of process. You would leave early. You report a little earlier before school starts. You stay in the hotel, look for your house or apartment, as a family, whatever the case is for where you're going to be staying. And it's just almost like anything else. You out process and then you in process.
Outside of ROTC, you're pretty much a glorified college student that has PCS'd to your college of choice. In OCS, in weeks 7 through 12, you will be evaluated in an 18-day FTX at Fort Moore, Georgia. The mission here will test your ability to lead a team. In Green to Gold, during the summer of your junior year, you will attend what is called Advanced Camp. And right now, Advanced Camp is being held at Fort Knox, Kentucky. This is where you and your peers will put everything that you've learned in ROTC for the last 2 to 4 years to the test. At CST, you are being evaluated on your ability and potential to lead teams and platoon size elements.
The only thing I have to point out is individuals, all right? Everybody here needs to start thinking as teams. We're not individuals, okay? Anything we're doing together.
So let's go back to OCS for a second, because the better you do in weeks 7 through 12, the better your chances are to get the job that you want. And you know, the same can be said for Green to Gold cadets going through CST or Advanced Camp. However, there are slight differences because you have ROTC that is being equated in your sessions as well. So how well you do at Advanced Camp and how well you've been doing in ROTC is going to all come together in the accessions process for the Green to Gold cadet. But in both OCS and Green to Gold, you will have the chance to rank your top job choices. Okay, so the one that we've all been waiting for, pay. Let's talk about pay. So active duty OCS make E5 pay or their last pay grade, whichever is greater. Green to Gold is different when it comes to pay. Green to Gold cadets, on the other hand, make whatever their current pay is when boots hit the ground on their university's campus. So there is a difference there. With OCS, the default pay is E5. Now, if you're in E6, if you're in E7, all right, you're going to continue making that pay. But Green to Gold, there is no default pay. So if you're in E4, you're going to be getting E4 pay. Both OCS and Green to Gold packets take a little over a year from start to finish. For example, if Green to Gold's window opens 12 June 2023 and boots don't hit the ground until August of 2024, then that's a little over a year to when boots hit the ground at your university. Now, for active uniform service members doing OCS, there is a little more unit level involvement. For example, there is a unit level board that's going to convene that is required by HRC, whereas with Green to Gold, there's a little less unit level involvement, and it's more so what you do on your online portal. Now, there are going to be some things that you do at the unit level, like you're required 2 letters of recommendations from your company level commander and your battalion level commander. The difference really is that board that convenes at the unit level that's required by HRC, whereas with Green to Gold, there is no unit level board. There's a board that does convene, but you do not have to physically be present at that board. Instead, your packet that you've been working on via the Green to Gold portal is going to go before the board on your behalf. So here's my final assessment of OCS and Green to Gold. Both are similar when it comes to the subject matter and emphasizing the warrior task and battle drills.
3, 2, 1, flip!
In both OCS and ROTC, you're going to do a 12-mile ruck, land navigation, and ACFT, obstacle courses, basic familiarizations. You're going to learn a lot about military history. You're going to have volunteer opportunities, and you're going to be evaluated in sticks lanes or situational exercises. And it all culminates in one big field training exercise. It's just that in OCS, you do it in 12 weeks, whereas A green to gold cadet in ROTC has an entire year to prepare for the culminating event. They also have an additional year as a senior to learn more about company level leadership. So which one are you going to go with? Let me know down in the comments below. And I hope that this information helps you make a better informed decision. This is not an exhaustive list. I just wanted to encourage someone and provide information, but there are some useful resources that I included in the description below, so make sure you check that out. Thanks again, Tim, for this amazing video recommendation. Leaders, keep leading, and I'll see you in the next video.